Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host with the most King June House. I want to start off by saying Merry Christmas. I know you guys already had your Christmas. You enjoyed your Christmas Eve yesterday, and today is Christmas Day. I'm close to a few hours left for Christmas, and I want to wish you guys, my family and I want to wish each and every one of you guys a happy Merry Christmas, and hope your kid got what they wanted, your husband, your wife, your nephew, your nieces, everyone got their Christmas. The Christmas wish list was fulfilled. It's not the best Christmas there's in the world. 2020 has been rough, but we're gonna get through this. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Well, I'm doing this stimulus video because I've been listening to other YouTubers do this stimulus video, and how they break things down, what they think is going to happen, or what they believe Donald Trump is going to do. And we all know that I give shout outs to YouTubers. Sometimes I watch Kevin Meet Kevin. He's a good guy for financial advice, and he does he does his stimulus. But there are certain things that I don't agree with him, and one of the things that I don't agree with him is when he was doing his live, that he says that he thinks that the president might give a $2,000 stimulus, or it may go up. And I'm going to tell you that it's not going to. Like today Donald Trump posted today in his tweet, and he said made many calls and had many meetings at Trump's International in Palm Beach, Florida. Why would politicians not want to give people $2,000 rather than only $600? It wasn't their fault. It was China. Give our people the money. All right. Now, if this was truly what he really wanted to do, why wasn't he on board back then, a few months ago? Huh? Why wouldn't he? Why when Congress was doing this, why didn't he step in and say, I want $2,000. I want $2,000 for the people. Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he do that? He should have done that. But he didn't do that. He's doing it now, or he wants to do it now because he wants to save his own little ass. This is all political. You know. All political. It's all political. You know, he could have said this back in August. Let's give the American $2,000, or let's give them the $1,200. They could have. He could have done this. Between him and Lindsey Graham, they gave foreign countries money galore. Lindsey Graham today said in his tweet, he said, after spending some time with President with President Brew at Trump, after spending some time with President today, I'm convinced that he is more determined than ever to increase stimulus payment to $2,000 per person and challenge Section 230 big tech liability protection. Now, I'm not going to talk about the 230 liability protection, the section. I'm talking about this $2,000. He says he is convinced. He can be convinced all he wants. The Republican Party is not going to do this. Number one, if the Republican Party wanted to do this, they would have done this a long time ago. Number two, Donald Trump is an ousted president. These people, the Republicans right now, they don't care basically what Donald Trump says. The Senate has enough vote that if Donald Trump vetoes it, they can still pass it into law. So they have enough vote that they can go on top of Donald Trump's veto. So it really doesn't matter what Donald Trump says. You sign it, you sign it. If you don't sign it, we still have enough votes that we can go over your veto. Okay. So it really doesn't matter, you know. And then after Donald Trump is backstabbing everybody. The other day, Bill Barr, because he didn't want to do the things that Donald Trump wanted to do. Bill Barr said, I'm going to resign. He resigned. He's talking bad about Bill Barr. Yesterday he said he thinks that Mike Pence is not doing a good job protecting him. So every person that's gone away and shied away from Donald Trump, he seems to be thrown at him. He's thrown at the two Republican candidates from Georgia. He's been snipping at them. You know, so this is a man that if he doesn't get what he wants, you're in a shit list. So I don't think that there's going to be any more than $600. Kevin says they might go up to $1,000 because that still keeps it under the $1 trillion. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Donald Trump, all he's doing is talk. He should have done this a long time ago. Just the same way when one of my followers said, "Oh, great for Trump." Now he's reduced he's reduced the payment for medicine, so now the medication is cheaper, and you know he praised him for that. But this is something that he should have done this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, right? When Donald Trump spoke about he's no longer promoting people to go to college. He wants to promote vocational training and that. That should have been done years ago, not now. Not when you know you're about to get out. When you're not that you know that you're a few days or weeks away from being the ex-president of the United States of America. You know, these are just childish thought. And if anyone, I want to show you something. The other day, I made a video in which I said to you people, $600, and some of you guys came to me and said, well, at least something is better than nothing. I want to show you something. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, right? So here it is. It says, a fact check. Does the COVID-19 relief bill sends more money abroad than to U.S. citizens? Okay, and it says, here's why. Shortly after lawmakers agreed on sending $600 stimulus checks to many Americans, Facebook users said the COVID-19 relief bill put foreign interest in the arts above the needs of the American people. Every American, left and right, should be calling for a veto of the stimulus deal, which provides more funding to foreign governments and to American arts centers than they do the American people, said a December 21 post, which was the other day. The post included a picture listing domestic entities and foreign countries appropriated millions, if not billions of dollars, just posted with $600 to Americans. Under domestic funding, for instance, is listed the Kennedy Center as getting $26.4 million. Why? I don't know. The post mentioned at least 8 foreign countries receiving aid, including Egypt, Sudan, and Ukraine. According to the post, Egypt would get $1.3 billion. On December 21st, lawmakers in both chambers of Congress passed a $2.3 trillion spending package, a roughly $1.4 trillion ominous spending bill, consisting of 12 different bills to fund the government during the fiscal year of 2021, and separate approximately $900 billion specifically for the COVID-19 relief. Lawmakers also passed several other smaller bills. It's the $1.4 trillion part of the package that included funding to U.S. policies and priorities within the country and abroad. So you see this, how they gave, how much was it? They gave $1.3 billion to Egypt. And I know they gave Venezuela, I think it was $33 million, I think, for the electoral. $33 million to Venezuela, a communist country. Okay, look at this. So for us, we get $325 billion in aid to small businesses, including PPP program. $120 billion for unemployment assistance. That's $300 a week for 11 weeks. $82 billion for education, such as K-12 education and graph. $56 billion for healthcare, includes funding for the states to do COVID-19 testing. $45 billion for transportation, including payroll support programs for airline workers. $83 billion for other spending, such as rental assistance, nutrition program. $40 billion for other tax cuts, such as extended and expanded employee retention tax credit. Okay, so you got the 1 point. That's us. The $1.3 billion that's going to Egypt is a foreign military financing program, and it's supposed to remain there until September 30, 2020, and should be made available for assisting Egypt. It stipulates several conditions for the disbursement of those funds. For instance, $225 million will be withheld until the Secretary of State certifies and reports to Congress that the Egyptian government has taken steps to improve the rule of law, democratic institution, and human rights. It called the omnibus spending part of Congress also calls for $26.4 million to remain available until September 30th, 2022 for the John F. Kennedy Center operation, maintenance, and security. No pay raise for Congress, which they shouldn't even get any pay raise. So, and there's more. There's more to this. That's just a little. That's a little bit. So, even though that money's not from the COVID relief, it's from the 1.4 trillion ominous spending bill, but still, that's still, you're giving all these countries all these money, but yet you have the audacity to slap us around and give us you give us $600. How is that? Why is that? And you guys are satisfied with $600. You guys actually think that he's going to, he can say, Donald Trump can say whatever he wants to say. He can say, I want to raise you to $3,000, but at the end of the day, the Senate and the House of Representatives are the ones going to decide. And the House wouldn't mind doing a $2,000 aid. They wouldn't mind going back to a $1,200 aid. But the Senate's not going to approve that. The Senate has been, from the get-go, the Senate has said no. The Senate has gone as far as $1.9 trillion, and Nancy Pelosi denied that. She said no, because there was no, in that bill, there was no aid to state or federal. You know, so that was the impasse that they had. And on the Republican side, they had the McConnell had the impasse of, you know, business liability, protecting businesses from getting sued if you get COVID in someone's business or in your job, that business gets protection. You know, so all this is just another way of Donald Trump just talking and trying to stay as relevant as possible before his terms end. And he's going to do a lot of things. You know, all those people that he pardoned war crime criminals. He pardoned war crime criminals. People that killed, these 4 individuals killed 14 people in Iraq, I think it was. They killed 14 people, and he pardoned them. He pardoned all those people that were brought up in charges, Manford, all of them. He pardoned all of them. He knew it doesn't matter what you say. You cover my back, I got you before I leave. Or, you know, or if I'm still president, I'm going to still pardon you before I leave. Or even if I don't leave, but I still be president, I'm going to still pardon you. I got your back. He abused his power. He abused the meaning of giving people pardon. You know, he abused it. People who lied to Congress. All right, his people, his lackeys. That's what you call them. he lied to them. They lied to Congress, and they still got to, you know, it's kind of a shame. It really is that you would actually believe this man for you know, for anything that he says. So why didn't you bring up the $12,000 before? Why you didn't bring up the $2,000 before? You're waking up to 2 weeks before you're getting to get out of office. Why you didn't do it back then? Lindsey Graham was another fool. You know, I don't believe anything. You know, they can all talk. You can all talk, but at the end of the day, if you really want to get something done, you don't tweet this. You go, you know what? You sit down with Congress and you know what? This is what I want. And we're not getting out of this office until we all come to an agreement. That's plain and simple. You're supposed to be the president of the United States of America, right? And I do this in quotation because we all know he's president, but he doesn't act like our president. While people are dying, he's out there playing golf. People say, what is he supposed to do? He does a lot of things that he can't do. Okay? There's a lot of things that he can't do. I mean, if I were president, I wouldn't even take time off to go to play golf or spend time with my family for Christmas. In fact, my kids are all grown. I want to do something for my country. Let's get this done. Let's get something done. You know, he could have left office graciously, and even if he was going to, and if he was to run for 2024, you know, people will remember that. You know, he left office. You know, he did a smooth transition. He worked with the transition team. Because he could have done a lot of things, but he didn't, or he hasn't, and that's going to stain on him. You know, that leaves a bad stain. That leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. You know, maybe not right wings or those hardcore right wings that believe everything that he says and don't take his, and they think that they don't think that this man's vocabulary is like, his English is more or less remedial. You know, because Donald Trump does talk like a little kid. He doesn't talk. He's an adult, but the words that comes out of his mouth, or the sentences, or everything that he says, it makes no meaning, makes no sense at all. Oh, I have a big plan for everything. I have a big plan for medical. We're gonna have a great health system. And to this day, he still hasn't given us what his health plan was. He didn't. He hasn't, because he doesn't have any. He spent most of his time downing Barack Obama and taking credit for things that all he did was executive orders. Okay. Taking credit for unemployment, going down when unemployment was already down. Everything that he's succeeding in is because he inherited from Barack Obama. And I'm not a Barack Obama fan, but the unemployment was going down when Barack Obama was there. The economy was going up when Donald Trump was there. I mean, when Barack Obama was there. So what? You inherited something. You know, at least say thank you for the Barack administration, but we took over when he gave us the unemployment at 4.5. We reduced it to this. We did this. We did that. So we took over and we succeeded, and we've gone beyond at what the last administration has been doing. So you know that's what it takes. Well, no, we're doing the best thing. We're the best ones. We did the best. We did better than the last administration. We did this. We did everything. Everything is him, or I did better, or we did better. It's never. He doesn't give the country any credit. If you look at the video what he did with Benghazi, when he took down the Iranian, you look at his speech that he gave, look at the speech Barack Obama gave, and those are two different speeches, two different people. This guy spent like 45 minutes talking about to himself. When he went to Georgia to back up the Republicans, he spent an hour 20, 30 minutes talking about himself, about the elections, about fraud, about this and about that. And then he gave them 5 minutes of the time at the end. Is that narcissism or what? I know it is. I know it is. So to take that when they said that, oh, he's gonna spend, but what he wants he's not gonna get. Lindsey Graham can talk what he wants, but that's not going to happen. As much as I respect Kevin and stuff like that, but that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna go up to 1,000. If this drags up any longer, remember last week they said that we're supposed to get checks this week coming up. That people were going to get checked this week coming from Sunday to Monday. So if we're on Friday, Donald Trump got the bill today, I think, in Florida. So he's going to play all this, and then Monday there's another session. That's going to talk about more stimulus money. So this is what it is going to. This is going to drag on. New Year's is for Friday. So think about that. Think about that. For you people that may be commenting, oh, Donald Trump is the best because he wants $2,000. Man, Donald Trump is not the best. He wanted. I respect your opinion, but he should have done this a long time ago. He should have done this a long time ago. And look at all the money that we're spending on idiotic things. I think that we could have gone to a good, robust stimulus. People are saying, even in one of the cabinet's videos, he said that people are against COVID relief funds, and this is not his opinion. This is what people said, and they want just businesses to open up and let the country flow. You cannot let the country flow, because if you open up business, if you open up gyms, if you open up gyms, and you open, put it this way, you open up gyms, you open up movie theaters, you open up restaurants, what's going to happen? Sooner or later, you're going to have to close those restaurants down. Sooner or later, you're going to have to close those gyms down. Sooner or later, because it's a simple fact. I'm at King Gio's restaurant. Someone gets infected by the COVID-19. So now I have to close down King Gio's restaurant to get that cleaned up, right? And then Berlucci's gym closes down because someone came out positive. Now you got two businesses that came out positive. So they closed out for 3 days. They get themselves cleaned up, and boom, they open up again. 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, another person gets infected, and now they have to close that gym again down, and that pizzeria down, the restaurant down, because someone came out COVID. So if you're leaving everything, even if they wear masks, people don't like to wear masks working out. People are not going to a restaurant and eating with their mask on, or taking, because even if you go in with mask and you sit down, you're still talking to this person, that person's talking to this person, and with the air conditioner, all that does is those particles are roaming around. So eventually, it's going to cause a domino effect. And so you reopen once to full capacity. It's going to be a matter of time that you're going to have to close your own store several times for you to be able to function correctly. And then what's going to happen? People are going to say, I'm not going to go to that restaurant because it's always getting infected. I'm not going to go to that gym. I'm not going to go to that store. That's what's going to happen if we wish to if you operate everything fully. And you can't do that, because you do that, you have more death. So is death more than money? No, it's not. Is life worth more than, is money worth more than life? Okay, we got over $320,000. We have over 320,000 people who have passed away, and a lot of people think this as a number game. Oh, that's not even 1% of the population. So we could do with this. That's not the point. Stop looking at COVID as a population, a number game. Stop looking at this as a number game. This is not a number game, people. This is not a number game. This is a people's game. This is a health game. This is a health issue game. And now you're seeing that the virus has mutated. Okay. It's going to take a while for the vaccine to work. It's going to take a while for people who are vaccinated, not to pass it on to other people. It's going to take a while. And by that time, we don't know. But as that time passes by, while we get ready for this, so wear your mask. Go out, wear your mask. The government should help out these businesses and say, we're going to help you guys out so you don't go under. So even if you close, you can maintain your business. Even if you close, your landlord cannot charge you rent. You cannot pay light because you're closed. All those things you cannot pay. And you incentivize the landlord also, because the landlord, the owner of that building that he's renting or she's renting, they're not getting their money. So you have to help them out too. Because they got a family to be. Even if they're rich, business is business. But there are ways that we can do this. But as long as the American people, as long as some of these far right wingers start saying you're violating my civil rights, you're telling me to wear a mask. And this is the funny thing, is that they're telling you don't wear. The Republicans are saying you cannot tell me what to do. I'm an American. It's my right if I choose to wear a mask or not. And then they turn around and say you can have an abortion. That's a child's life. That's killing a child. You can't do that. That's against God's law. You can't do that. But wait a minute. But you just said, if I tell you to wear a mask, that's violating your right. I cannot tell you what to do. But here you go, you turn around and you're telling this girl that she cannot have an abortion because of whatever political reason or whatever religious reason, whatever reason you think it is. So you're telling this girl something that she cannot do with her body. But when it comes to you, it's okay for someone to tell you, it's not okay for someone to tell you to wear a mask. So you're being a hypocrite in that sense. You know, I'm pro-life, but I'm also pro-choice. I let a person be. I let the woman decide to do whatever she wants to with her body. I'm not a big fan of Planned Parenthood funding abortions. You know, I'm not a fan that we as a government, we as the people should put up for abortion. But if you look at statistically wise, Planned Parenthood has reduced the number of abortions down. It's the truth. They're teaching more people to use protection. They're using the people to they're making them aware about their bodies and what happens with their bodies and the consequences that may happen. So if you look at it through Planned Parenthood and you look at the statistic, and it's out there, Planned Parenthood has reduced the abortion rate by a lot. What I'm saying. So with that said, do not believe the hype. This is not going to go up. If it does, great. If it does, if the stimulus money goes up, great. That's good. But I truly believe this is just all hype. Donald Trump wants to say, he wants to stay relevant in this day and age. With 20 some odd days left in his presidency, he wants to stay there. And you got to be careful what he does before he leaves, because this is a very crazy man who wants to do things his own way. And when he doesn't get his way, he's ballistic. So you got to be careful with that and what position he might put us in the world. So with that said, don't believe all the hype. I don't think we're gonna get any more money. I don't think $600 is enough. I don't buy that something is better than nothing, because I don't want to believe that these people who are millionaires have the audacity to say $600 is enough. That they have the audacity to sit on that chair making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And like I said, Lindsay Lohan is a rich man. Nancy Pelosi's multi-millionaire. Loafer, that girl Loafer from Atlanta, she's worth $500 million. I mean, she's worth $500 million. She's 500. Her net worth is $500 million. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, Steve Mnuchin. He's worth over $300 million. Steve Mnuchin. So don't sit there as Congress to tell me that this is better than nothing. Not Chuck Schumer, not Pelosi, not nobody, because it's just not better than nothing. It's not. Just slap in the face what it is. If you're satisfied with $1,800 in 10 months out of this COVID, and people have lost more than that, then that's you. But I'm not satisfied with $600 out. I'm not satisfied with people getting poor when they're not even supposed to be getting poor. I've read of people taking money from poor. Those people should get locked up. But besides that, this is a slap in the American people's face. If you want to believe that $600 is better than nothing, listen, then it is what it is, because you can go to a job, make $10 an hour, you can work at Walmart at $15 an hour and do a 40-hour shift, and boom, you got your $600.